Cracker Barrel. Oh my goodness. You know, we thought the problems were over for this company, and yet, what do you know? The co-founder of Cracker Barrel came up with some choice words. Let me just give you a preview.
Well, I heard she was a Taco Bell, but what's Taco Bell know about a Cracker Barrel?
Good point. I think Taco Bell and Cracker Barrel are two very, very different kinds of companies. But you see, the woman who came over to run Cracker Barrel, Julie Masino, she used to work at Taco Bell. What did I tell you guys? Remember when I was looking at the pictures of the redo and I said, my gosh, like it's lost all its charm. It's lost all its character. It looks like some kind of, you know, sort of higher end Burger King. I guess I meant Taco Bell. Like, who knew? I think she's getting aesthetic. I'm like, who came up with this? Well, none other than Julie, who was on ABC Good Morning America trying to tout it and say it was greatest thing since sliced bread. Well, customers disagree, and wait till you hear the rest of what the co-founder had to say.
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll give you another soundbite. I actually happened to be in Orlando last week with all of our managers. We bring them together and every other year. And the number one question that I got asked, Michael, was, how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So because the feedback and the buzz is so good, not only from our customers, but from our team members. They want to work in a wonderful restaurant. So we're doing everything for our guests and our team members.
Well, Julie
Masino, I don't know who's telling you that, Julie, but I guess they're just telling you what you want to hear. Because when this really got rolled out, what did you see but fury? I mean, people were like, we're going to boycott this thing. They can't stand the remake. Well, you know who else really can't stand the remake? This is Tommy Lowell. So he is one of the co-founders. They co-founded this thing, he and a guy named Dave Evans, back in 1969 in Lebanon, Tennessee. And it was made to be like a country store, right? Like that's the whole aesthetic when you go in, and it's really charming and kind of neat. And you get to stop there on the highway or maybe after church on a Sunday. And boy, oh boy, they like gutted that. They gutted the very essence and the heart of Cracker Barrel. And that's why people were so mad. Listen to what the co-founder had to say. He's 93 years old, and he gave this woman a real piece of his mind.
Logo rolled out the other day.
Oh, that's crazy. That's nothing. That's a bland nothing. It's pitiful.
Do you think she knows the story of Cracker Barrel?
I don't think so. I heard she was a Taco Bell, but what's Taco Bell know about a Cracker Barrel? And country food. And the food is something that you need to work on. Spending $700 million to do that is all I've been doing. I'm just throwing money out the street.
Because Cracker Barrel is no Taco Bell. Or Taco Bell, I should say, is no Cracker Barrel, right? I mean, completely different genres, totally different food types. And it goes with exactly what I said. I thought that the redo looked like a spiffed up Burger King. What I really meant, I guess, was Taco Bell. I didn't realize she used to work at Taco Bell. Here, a few things along the way. They have decided to change the logo back to the original. So Uncle Herschel, he remains. They also got rid of their LGBTQ plus alliance. They're now actually deciding to get rid of that pride page. And on their website, they have a whole page devoted to food insecurity. So they're taking the message, but, you know, the message has been coming through loud and clear because people are furious.
Even the apology is getting backlash. Cracker Barrel spending $700 million on a rebranding plan that they say will turn the product from old rustic to perhaps more modern streamlined. Customers say that's just a giant helping of biscuits and bologna. They don't like it. So after a week's worth of backlash, the Tennessee-based company did put out an apology statement of sorts, which said, in part, quote, "We know we won't always get everything right the first time, but we'll keep testing, learning, and listening to our guests and employees." But the mea culpa, well, it didn't go down that well. Critics called it lame, and social media lit up with comments like these, quote, "You kicked Uncle Herschel to the curb. Now you are paying the price. own it and stop making excuses. Another wrote, eating Sunday supper in a place that looks like a car dealership does not say vintage Americana. But the company's new logo, let's begin there.
Look, the stock went way down and then it recovered a little bit. Donald Trump weighed in. He gave them some advice. He said, just apologize, recognize the fact that you got $1 billion worth of free publicity, tell everybody that you screwed up and move on. And that's what they're trying to do. But you see, again, this is getting in the way.
I heard she was a Taco Bell, but what's Taco Bell know about a Cracker Barrel?
Nothing. Okay, clearly nothing. So they're going to have some more work to do. They're certainly going to have some more work to do. Let me see if I can tell you what the stock price is doing today, because initially it was just getting hammered. I mean, unbelievable stuff. And, people were encouraged that they were willing to listen to the customers, that they were willing to act quickly because, so many times if you look back on other situations like this, think Bud Light. What happened in Bud Light? With Bud Light, they just tried to grin and bear it. And they tried to stand by Dylan Mulvaney and this, that, and the other. It's down 0.4% today. The Cracker Barrel Old Country Store Inc. It's had a very, very rough ride, very, very rough ride. And I imagine it's going to continue to be a little bit bumpy for this company for the foreseeable future until they figure out a way to really win back customers. And it's hard, right? Because once you do this, once you go woke, you go broke, as we like to say. Taking a look at the markets right now, very good news on the economy. U.S. second quarter GDP coming in. What do you know? 3.3%. It got revised up. It had been at 3%. Now it's revised up to 3.3%. That is above what analysts thought, which was about 3.1%. So that's some very good news. And why is it happening? AI boom that I keep telling you about. I mean, this is another reason you got to go to my company, 76research.com. Use code word dollar. Look at these stocks. We've had a tremendous, tremendous run. This is for the 12 months ending 7/31/25 in our 3 model portfolios. But you can get the very basic newsletter for $1 a month for the first 2 months. It goes to $9.95 thereafter. You should do yourself that favor because I think there's still a lot of opportunities. I am a long-term believer in the American stock market and certainly in the MAGA movement.